Good evening and welcome back to Build with the Boys. I'm Scott and this is our review of the week. Just a wrap up of what we've done and what we're looking forward to next week and a few other little insights we can give you. It's been a good week. We had, last Wednesday, we had part one of the Disney Doll's House. Disney Doll House is really nice. I mean, I know it's not for everybody, and I know that the majority of part one models typically are based around vehicles or pop culture franchises along the lines of Fast and the Furious and Marvel and Ghostbusters, Knight Rider, things like that. But the Disney Dolls House, I think, is gorgeous. I really do. I don't just think it's pretty. I think it's very well built. So seeing the structure of just the doors we've done so far gives me a lot of hope, and also looking ahead to where Japan are with this. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed by it. And it's also nice to see it's brought a lot of first-timers to the modelling community that have seen this and want to do it. And I hope that the video that I did has given you a bit of confidence to go and do it, because you can. And this is what I say to anybody with regards to modelling. You can definitely do it. You can. And I know it's easy to look at these things and get intimidated by them. And don't. These things are done with the kind of every skill level taken into account, and you are going to come across parts that are tough, but you can still do them. Everyone starts somewhere. It's just having the confidence in yourself to do it and taking your time and just enjoying it. Too many people get model furious. I find that very bizarre when something that's supposed to be a hobby, something you enjoy and relax, and they get angry about it, and it's like, well, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. Find something else. This isn't for you. The one thing I have noticed with a lot of the Disney modelers that are doing this for the first time is that they're now chomping at the bit for issue 2. I get that, believe me, and trust me, issue 2 isn't going to satisfy that hunger. It's not going to scratch that itch, because as soon as issue 2 turns up, you'll find the first thing you're doing is looking what's coming in issue 3. And then issue 4 and so on and so forth, and it's tough. And I mean, look, we started out with 1 and now we're doing loads, and it's perfectly normal and it's nice and it's good. If you've got that bug, it's really good. It is tough when you're waiting for your stuff to turn up, and I know a lot of you right now are sort of again chomping at the bit, waiting for your subscriptions to turn up, and they will be coming out in the next week or so. They'll start to turn up. But even then, you run the risk of burning through them and leaving yourself nothing to do, and you're like, oh, I've got to wait. And it is tough. It is like Christmas Day when they do turn up. It is lovely. There is, however, particularly for the Disney Doll's House people, there is something you might not be aware of on the market. That if you're really getting into this Doll's House modelling and want something to do between your issues, there's something that you can get that is really quite lovely. Now, I've only built 1, but I immediately remembered it as I was building the Disney Doll's House, because I built this time last year. This was something that I got for Christmas, and I built it then, and a lot of the stuff we did with the doors reminded me of this. So I thought I'd share this with you, so if you are sort of, I need more of this, you can get it, and I'll show you what you can get. And this is really quite lovely. So this is something I built last year. This is from a company called Row Life, and it's just a little bookshop. That's what this is. But I had to build every single part of this. So all of these shelving units had to be put together. Every single book had to be put together, believe it or not. So there is a lot of cutting and folding and sticking. I had to paint all of these walls. I had to make this flooring. All of this. I did. Now you can get one of these for about 30 quid. So you can get this entire set for about £30, and they do lots of different ones. It's not just this one. You can get ones that are like, there's a little coffee shop, there's a bar, there's a greenhouse, and they are incredibly detailed. I mean, down to these little handles that are on these doors. I had to make those handles. But all of this, everything, the pictures and the picture frames have to go in there, and it took a good chunk of time. Trust me, this will keep you going until your next issues turn up. So they are worth looking for. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So if you are kind of, you're into it now and you're like, I need a fix, these are a good fix. They really are, because it's very similar to the style of modeling you're going to be doing with the Disney Dolls House. They are from that, again, that was from a company called Row Life. If you go to Amazon and type in Row Life or Robot Time or Roker, that's ROKR, you will see these little rooms, and they've got lots of them and they are gorgeous. Again, it's the sort of thing, if you think you're going to buy this and get it done on a Sunday afternoon, you're not. This is going to take you days, if not weeks, to get one of these done, because it's very intricate, it's very time consuming. But again, if you need something to tide you over to your next Disney delivery, this is perfect. But that's it for Disney. And then the other thing we did was last week was we did Titanic. So we got part 2 of the Titanic, our first part to the hull. That was really nice. And again, the thickness of that hull is really reassuring. It really is. Because anybody that's building Eddie Stobart at the moment have got concerns, should have concerns, about the thickness of the metal of the doors of the Eddie Stobart. I find those incredibly flimsy. The sort of thing where I'm convinced I could just bend that thing in half without really putting that much pressure on it. And the Eddie Stobart build is gorgeous. I really like it. I'm enjoying watching people building it. It's one I'm not doing myself, but man, are they dragging that out. They really are. Now, when you hear something's going to be 130 issues, I'm fine with that, as long as the company's not, you know, taking liberties, and you look at things going, well, these 3 issues could have been in 1 issue. And it looks like that's what's happened with Eddie Stobart, rather sadly. They are going to run out of tiny parts, which is the saving grace to it, and you are going to have to start getting some substance to it. But 2 floor mats is starting to take the piss a bit, you know. You know, a gear pedal or something. It's not right. It's not right. Which brings me to the other thing we did last week, which was Ironman. And again, Ironman's tough to love. The videos of these are on my channel. So if you'd like to see the video Titanic 2, that's on the channel. Disney Dollhouse #1 is on the channel, and the latest Ironman is also on the channel. That was uploaded last week. I love the Ironman. I just don't like the build. It's so dull. It's so dull. There's nothing fun about it. And again, when you're waiting a month for these things to turn up, and when it does, the complete pack is completed in 5 minutes. No, I need more. I needed more. But that's been, I mean, it will look lovely when it's done, but it's been a grind. Back to Titanic quickly. The Eagle Moss Titanic, I believe, is starting to surface now. People are starting to see their first issues of the wooden Eagle Moss Titanic. I'm not building that one, as discussed on my earlier Titanic videos. I'm not interested in building something out of wood. I'm not interested in painting a Titanic. I'm not interested in doing. I'm just not. It's not for me. If you're a wooden boat builder, that thing is going to have you in your element, because it is beautiful, but it's not for me. So the Hachette Titanic is the one that we're doing, and we're sticking to our guns on that, and we are enjoying it. Hopefully, subscriptions of that should start to arrive as well. Next week, issue 3 should still be in shops. If it is, I'll pick one up, because it comes with a smoke generator and a test board, and I can't see there be any harm in having a spare one of either of those. So I'm definitely going to pick it up. I'm also going to do the same with Disney. I've got a Disney subscription, but if issue 2 is in the shops next week, I will be picking it up. And videos of issue 2 of the Disney Dolls House will be on the channel, along with videos of issue 3 of the Titanic, if it's available, will be on my channel. If not, it will be when the subscriptions turn up. But I think it probably will be. We did the Routemaster yesterday. Again, I love the Routemaster. The Routemaster is so much fun. That video is also on the channel, so Pack Through the Routemaster was uploaded last night, where we've completed the rolling chassis. I will say this. I've got very strange feelings about the Routemaster, because it doesn't feel like I've earned it. I think of the people that built it the first time round, where they were getting it weekly or monthly, and how long it would have took them to get to the point that I'm at now. And it's took me 2 months. So it's a very strange feeling. I'm kind of thinking, would I have stuck with this if I was doing this by week? So it's weird, because it's going to be finished before a lot of the models I've already been working on for a year, because we're doing it through the 12-month subscription. We get so much each month. It is absolutely flying up. So we have the full rolling chassis built. We have the engine on, the exhaust system, the braking system's gone in. It's a beautiful model. and we're really, really enjoying it. But then next month with that one, we start to add the pretty red and things like that. Next week on the channel, hopefully Titanic 3, hopefully Disney Doll's House 2, and really hopefully Ecto 1. Ecto 1 is moving again, so we've been charged for Ecto 1. Whether or not it turns up next week, I don't know. I would really like it to, because it's been so long since we did an Ecto 1. I just want to get it moving again, because originally we were supposed to be finished with that in May. I don't think we're going to finish that until August, possibly September, which has sort of put our plans back a little bit. And that's yeah, that's a shame really, but I'm very eager to get Ecto 1 done now, because we are coming to the end of that. And it would be nice to get it all bolted together and off the floor, because that's where it is at the moment. But yeah, it's been nice. The other thing I'd like to talk to some of you about as well, because I've noticed from some of the comments that I've received and some of the messages that I've had, that a lot of people are coming to Parkworks for the first time through the Titanic and also through the Disney Doll's House. And there is a whole community of people like me, people much better than me, that are building this and modifying it and doing all these little hints and tips and showing you build videos, and there's a wealth of knowledge out there, and that also links to social media. So there are a lot of fan groups for these things and build groups where you can go and join and talk to other people that are building the model and exchange information, advice and tips, and how did you get around this, and this is what I did, and they're great. However, what you'll find is, I'd say 98% of the modelling community are really nice, friendly, helpful people. They genuinely are. There are so many people that if you say, I'm having a problem with this, you'll get a dozen answers very quickly of, this is how I got around it, and this is what I do, and have you tried this? And it's really nice and supportive. Then there's the 2%. You're always going to get the 2% in everything. You just are. That see every single comment on Facebook as an open challenge to a fight. Okay, you're going to experience trolls, and if you do, don't let that cloud your judgment of the rest of the community. Don't, because I know it's easy to do that. Like, one bad experience can sour everything, but every single time you see something negative or hear something negative, try and remember the 100 positive things you got first, because you can say something fairly innocently and someone will just pounce on you. Pounce. I had it with the Ecto 1. There was a problem with the sticker on the door, and people lost their minds over it. I mean, like, lost their minds. And I said something quite innocently. I said, I've applied the sticker, and you know what? It's not so bad. And this guy just pounced about how wrong I was and how I didn't know what I was talking about. And I stated a preference, stated an opinion. I put it on. I thought it was all right. That's what I said. Not, all of you should do it and follow my lead, but you will get that. You'll get people that, if you don't agree with what they're saying verbatim, will just lose their minds. And that's true of social media, sadly. A lot of people forget they're talking to a human being and think it's okay to talk to them like crap. But you will get that, and you will sadly see it, but don't let that put you off being part of a very nice, friendly, welcoming community, because those people are normally dealt with very quickly by the moderators of these groups. Sometimes you'll find a group where the moderators of the group are actually those people. You'll discover that yourself as well. I'm sure those who've been part working long enough know exactly what I'm talking about. There are certain groups out there you kind of need to avoid. You'll find out the hard way, but it's fine. But I always say, in a world where you can be anything, be nice. And I do mean it. I genuinely mean it. And it's true. Just be nice. If I see somebody asking for help, I genuinely try to help them. I do. And it's not me imposing my will or anything. It's just, you know, well, have you tried this? Have you looked at this? Have you tried this glue? Have you tried this glue? But you will get people that, you know, will just see that as an invitation to fight. Don't engage them. Just don't engage in conversation. There's that saying, a wise man speaks because he has something to say. An idiot speaks because he has to say something. Social media pretty much exposes that for what it is. But look, I mean, we don't know what's going on in these people's lives or anything. We don't know. We just don't. So just don't engage in it. If you get any sort of abuse like that, report it to an admin, and it will be dealt with. It will. But don't let that put you off. This is, you know, enjoy this. This is fun. And there's always people like me that are happy to help you. You can come and drop a comment and I'll help you where I can. And there are, like I said, there are a lot of people building these things, and all of them like engaging with the audience, and we'll answer your questions, we'll answer your queries. That's about it for this week. We're going to wrap this up. It was just check in with you and say thank you for your likes and kind comments. If you've been enjoying the builds, please feel free to give us a like and a subscribe, and you can see all of them as they come up. And as and when they get these through, we'll build them or we'll post them, and anywhere we can help you, just ask, and we're always happy to help. I'll see you next time, and as I said before, in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. See you next time.